Miguel de Cervantes is considered one of the greatest writers of all time. He produced only one classic, but what a classic it is. In a single incredibly magical creative burst, he created Don Quixote, a novel and a character that is as much alive today as it was when it was first published in 1605. For 400 years, people worldwide have been falling in love with Don Quixote and his beautiful tale. The story has been retold in theater and in musicals around the world. Anywhere you go, the word Quixotic makes sense and will elicit a loving smile from people who know. Miguel de Cervantes himself lived the life of a true writer, riffling through a series of weird jobs like tax collector and sailor. He had unusual experiences like being captured by pirates and being imprisoned by his employer. But Cervantes' single most remarkable achievement is that no two people read Don Quixote the same way. If you peruse the criticism written about this book, you might get the impression that each critic is talking about a different story. Some critics have gone to elaborate lengths to show how every sentence has something to do with Spanish politics of the day. Others see an elaborate symbolism or invented mythology. Still others exhaust buckets of ink on the characters' psychologies. But most people who love the book think about Don Quixote's effusive, overwhelmingly enchanting presence. Few writers have gripped the imaginations of so many people for so long, and on such an intimate level. The plot is relatively simple. Don Quixote enters into an imaginary world, where he is a great knight who must set out on a grand quest. He procures a gallant stallion, which is actually a donkey, a suit of armor, which is actually made of cardboard, and a squire, Sancho Panza, another great character. Everywhere Don Quixote goes, he brings enchantment with him. He believes in his illusions so completely that the people around him begin to believe in them too. They want to create this magical world with him. So something magical happens when everyone in the story participates in the same grand imagination. And this is why Don Quixote becomes such a hero to us all. He spends the whole novel blundering from town to town, usually finding himself in the places frequented by locals who have no money. But as far as he is concerned, he is on a grand quest through an enchanted world, and he meets beautiful people everywhere he goes. Cervantes explores this moment between imagination and reality, and he creates a theater of magic in your own mind, somewhere between you and your understanding of your own life. Don Quixote's humanity brings out our own humanity. His journey and his illusions and his wonderful, heartbreaking realizations reveal to each of us our own aspirations to live in an enchanted world, to overcome sadness, to do great things, and to live glorious lives. There are more types of laughter between the covers of this book than you knew existed. It's wise, it's true, and it belongs in your library to be read and reread for years to come.